Welcome to Music Forest, where music grows from light, breath, and touch. Step on a pump and your energy becomes air, lifting a floating seed up the trunk. The seed, a ping pong ball, rises on airflow, lightening the tree with colors. Yellow for deep tones, orange for mid-range, and red for heights. Each tree is a different instrument, and together they form a band that anyone can join. On one side, 6 colorful pads rest like birds in a nest. Tap one and it sings. At the beginning, our idea was very simple. Can people create music just by touching and moving? We hope this is a collaborative, intuitive, and physically musical experience. But achieving it is not easy. However, the communication cost within the group increased, and we had so many completely different directions on how to design. When I started to making the first prototype, I only found a limited amount of materials in the lab. We create our first cylinder's prototype only with wires and paper. During the continued process, a persistent problem has been that the radius of the cylinder and the excessive or insufficient airflow within the cylinder can both affect whether the ping pong ball can reach the efficient height. Moreover, the data reading of the two sensors we're using is unstable. It wasn't easy to combine the distance sensor with each cylinder because it has a certain weight. The bending degree of the bend sensor is extremely strict. It must achieve a bending greater than 90 degrees at a certain contact point before it can be detected. These early feedbacks made us rethink the entire system, strive to find feasible solutions or alternative in the subsequent. For the physical part, instead of using Play-Doh to seal the air pump with the cylinder, we replaced it with a 3D printed interface after several iterations. These components secure the pump and the transparent cylinders, while also allowing airflow inside the pipe. Regarding the placement of the distance sensor, I initially used iron wires to fix it on the top of the cylinder. However, due to the stabilities and aesthetics concern, we later also switched to a 3D printed interface. This ensured a firm hold with no obstructions and maintained visual consistency at both ends of the transparent cylinder. At the same time, the connected LED light strips change color based on the ball's height, each level corresponding to a different pitch. Next, we create a round base covered with artificial grass and place 3 cylinder sets on it to test the initial effect. This was the first time Music Forest truly came to life. Later, we've added the bird nest as an extra feature. It took me 2 days from cutting the wood to painting to make a small box resembling a nest. 6 bended sensors were placed on its surface, and each triggering a new effect for the 6 musical instruments when bent. The new system is more stable, sensitive, and easier to handle than the previous iterations. Meanwhile, in terms of aesthetics, it is more in line with our name, Music Forest. On exhibition day, we finally completed Music Forest. Visitors step into the glowing setups. The ping pong ball rises with air, lights shift with the height, and the tree seems to sing. Touching the bird nest added playful sound effects, and each person's input blended into unique melodies. The place transformed into a shared moment of creation, a tree that blossomed with music and growing by everyone. We're proud of how far Music Forest has come, from a technical experiment to something joyful and unexpected. Even though we're happy with the final result, we discovered areas to improve. Some sound transitions could be smoother, and it could be great if users could choose their own rhythm or instrument. Adding indicator lights or simple instructions might help first-time users play more easy and confidently. While the current structure looks nice, but is still a bit heavy. For future expressions, a lighter version would be more practical. Through this project, we realized that music doesn't need training, just breath, motion, lights, and a bit of curiosity. And even though this version is complete, we believe the forest can still keep growing.